Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. All right, and just going to be another video through the Spirit. What I did, because I don't want to post a video or show the video on this channel and possibly get it taken down or whatever. But the video that I got as my as the screensaver, I just went ahead and posted the video on my other backup channels. So as I always do, for those that don't know, every video I always post links to the other channels in the description. So if you want to see the video that I'm referencing, just go watch it on the backup channels. I titled it, could be something, it could be nothing, and that's why I titled this the way that I titled this. Salakia. I'm still under the weather, so I'm trying to keep it together, so bear with me. But as the title goes, all right, concerning rumors, rumor upon rumor, then sudden destruction, somewhere along those lines. All right. Because just for the simple fact that, I'll go ahead and get this to start off. We know eventually, all right, because with all these TikTok wannabe prophets coming on the scene and whatnot, and that's the thing, because we don't know specific dates or anything like that. These guys that come out, with specific dates and all that stuff, but again, even Yahushua doesn't know the day nor hour, but nevertheless, all we can do is sound the trumpet, sound the alarm. All right, because like that scripture say, before I get that, I'm gonna get this. That day's not gonna catch us like a thief in the night. All we could do is just stay in our P's and Q's, man. Stay ready. All right, I'm gonna read this in Ezekiel chapter 7. I'm gonna read verse 17. All hands shall be feeble and all weak, and all knees shall be weak as water. All right, and why is that? Because Yahweh Shemel Shai is getting ready to bring a very he's finna bring all type of terror to America. And it's gonna hit these people extra hard, because these people, they're used to being comfortable. All right, they're used to having things their way. They're like spoiled children. And I always use the example, the comparison. You take the toy away from the spoiled child, man, he's gonna throw a tantrum. He's not gonna know how to deal with it. All right. So again, with the fact that Yahweh Shemel Shai is getting ready to bring great terrors upon this kingdom, and more specifically, all right, these people, they're in for a rude awakening. All right. But I'm gonna jump up in Ezekiel 7, because like I mentioned, with these guys, these wannabe TikTok prophets and whatnot, coming up with specific dates and things of that nature. Well, we don't know. All right. And to even go back to yesterday, October 4th, they were supposed to be doing that, or they did do it. And there was a lot of speculation, all right, that on this specific date, such and such is going to happen. All right. And it doesn't happen. All right. But that's why we always say, hey, we just have to wait and see. All right. Because we don't know. Well, we don't know. All right. But again, all we can do is, when certain of these guys, because I mentioned this yesterday, like with all these internet prophets and whatnot, wannabe prophets and whatnot, all right, the spirit is Yahweh Shemel Shai has a spirit out there to where people are waking up and bringing out all sorts of information, but they can't put the pieces together. And that's the job of the prophets. all right, to tell you what's going to happen, all right, you know, such and such is going to lead to such and such, this is why this is happening, and, you know, so on and so forth. You know, that's what the prophets are here for, the real prophets, all right, to piece everything together, versus these people, they just don't know, all right, they don't know anything, all right. So that's why, again, when giving out all these specific dates, and, you know, because all we can do is hope, you know, like I'm sure a lot of us, I know myself, you know, as of yesterday, with the whole alert system thing, you know, and, you know, me and brothers, we made jokes about it, you know, like, what if this can happen, you know, such and such could happen, but it's not, you know, like a thing where it's definite, like this is going to happen on such and such, you know, all we can do is speculate, you know, and just hope that sooner than soon, all right, something happens, which eventually something will happen, all right, and that's the whole point of this video, because again, eventually, all right, eventually, all right. But Ezekiel 7:14, it says, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none go up to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. Actually, that's not what I wanted, but nevertheless, it's good, all right, because again, the fact that the trumpet is being sounded, all right, the alarm is being sounded, all right, the bells are ringing, you know, particular men are blowing the trumpet, all right. But are people taking heed? No, they're not, all right. Like I said, that's not what I wanted, but nevertheless, that was a good one. But let's go ahead and get this, since I'm here. Because again, just going back to the video, again, it's posted on my backup channel, all right. Again, rumors, all right, speculation, not saying it's definite, not saying it's going to happen on such and such a date at such and such time, we don't know, all right. But nevertheless, we are sounding an alarm, all right. Because in reference to this video that I'm talking about, you know, and I saw another video where, in reference again to this whole October 4th thing, you know, which the chick in the video, she brought up a valid point. Matter of fact, since I'm not going to show it, I can just go ahead and play it real quick. And Lord willing, you can hear it. Again, because it's not definite, but, you know, what if, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and play this. Hopefully you can hear it.
Do not scroll. I want to have a talk with you about what you're fixing to watch and how October the 4th.
Now, the title of this video says, it says, migrants have been issued a special government cell phone. And it goes on to say, what of they, well, I think they meant to say, it was a typo. I think she meant to say, what if they receive a different alert than we do on October 4th, right? So check it out.
Do not scroll. I want to have a talk with you about what you're fixing to watch and how October the 4th could be a big deal.
The phones are used to track their whereabouts. The administration has a series of programs under its catch and release network that ensure most border crossers and illegal immigrants are released into the country while awaiting their immigration hearings, which are often...
Keep in mind, they're being released into blue states. Blue state people, you need...
Because as we are aware, or as we should be aware, you know, with this whole so-called illegal immigrant crisis, all right, and basically, you know, we believe that a lot of these sleeper cells, which a lot of them are already over here, all right, but you know, they're just flooding more in, you know, they're just bringing more over here, you know, the pieces are being set in place, everything is being set in place, everything is being made ready, all right. So we believe, all right, that a lot of these foreign troops, All right, because when Esau drops the hammer and he gives the green light to mow these people down, these simple Babylonians down, these American troops, they're not going to have the balls to do it. All right, the scriptures say that the mighty men have forborne to fight. All right, you know, they're going to be told to do a lot of unethical things, and they're not going to be down with it. So that's why they're going to have to, you know, bring in someone that will get the job done. And I did a video on this last week, going into them Gurkha troops and those foreign troops, those UN troops, and you know, again, they're not going to be playing games. All right, so we believe that, you know, that's the case. All right, for a lot of these so-called illegal immigrants, because it's not just Northern Kingdom. All right, it's a lot of Hamites, a lot of Moabites. All right, you know, so on and so forth. All right.
To pay attention.
Years out. They are enrolled in the Alternatives to Detention, or ADT program, which costs over $360,000 in tax dollars every day. GOP Whip Tom Emmer told Breitbart News because Mayorkas has not resigned, he should be impeached, adding, they talk about being humane. Children are disappearing. People are getting killed. You've got 80 people that have come across the southern border that are on the terrorist watch list.
What if, hear me out,
Because, you know, before she makes a pretty valid point, in my opinion, with these alert systems, all right, you know, we all, you know, and at this point, we can care less, you know, just being honest. And I say that because with these Amber Alerts, all right, all these different alerts and tests, you know, we get them from time to time, all right, when your phone just starts going off and this is just a test and ignore and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, for the most part, people don't pay no mind to them. Even when it comes to those Amber Alerts, people don't care anymore, you know. But this is the point that she was making. While we were, you know, ignoring these alerts and whatnot, well, that's why I think she made, you know, pretty valid point here.
You see that, right? What if we've all been wrong about what that emergency alert is on October the 4th? What I'm saying is, what if they were told not to ignore it like FEMA's telling us to do? What if that's their call to action? I don't think it's turning anybody into zombies. I think they're activating something different. Troops.
So a pretty valid point, in my opinion. All right. Again, while we were ignoring the alerts and whatnot, this could have been the, you know, that casting call, so to say. All right, that, hey, you know, hey, some brothers have brought it out, you know, with the 10-4, you know, to basically affirmative action. You know, when you're calling over the radio and, you know, you got the 10 codes, you got the 10-4, 10-9, 10-12 and whatnot. Right. Well, hey, the 10-4 affirmative action, you know, to basically go ahead and, you know, follow through, proceed, or whatever the case may be. What if, like she said, what if, right? Because since I'm not going to play it, and again, this video is on my backup channel, so, but I'm gonna go ahead and play it. I'm not gonna show it, but I'm gonna play it. And the title of this one says, it says EMP October 11th. Be ready for whatever. All right. You know, and again, this is the screenshot that I got. All right. And again, I gotta keep reiterating because Jacob, well, y'all false prophets, y'all said no. We like I said, all right. None of us said that such and such was going to happen on such and such. Again, we don't know specific dates. All right. These want to be TikTok prophets and whatnot. They give specific dates and such. All right, but we don't do that. All right. But nevertheless, that's why, again, we always say, hey, we just have to wait and see. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video.
Hope everybody's having a good start to your week. Listen, I wasn't gonna do too many videos today. We're getting a lot of stuff ready here. We've got a lot going on. We've got some training going on out here. Just trying to get everything prepared. But you know, my guys had come to me yesterday, and I wanted to wait till I could make sure, at least have a good secondary and third opinion on what they think of it. And folks, you better be prepared. The rumor is that the October 4th is just the 10-4, like to check off, And on October 11th, they're going to hit the EMP. It's from both sides of my guys that I talk to on a regular basis on the East Coast and the West Coast. They both said that they've both heard that coming through the chatter right now, that October 11th. Now, you know how that can go. But the fact that there is an EMP now coming down the line,
and you know, on another note, thinking about it, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but they were saying in case this they didn't do the test yesterday, October 4th, that it could have been postponed for October 11th. So, you know, hey, again, we just have to wait and see.
October 11th. Now, you know how that can go. But the fact that there is an EMP coming down the line, and I already know, I told you guys before, and they're going to blame it on that North Korean spy satellite, the Shining Star, or whatever they call it. You know, that's what they're going to do. But so they're saying that from all this the data that's coming in right now is October 11th. They're going to hit us with an EMP. Take it how you want to, guys. You better be getting ready. That's the only thing I can tell you.
And they just the rest of the clip, they just show like a helicopter, and the heading says, it just says FEMA's test on October 4th is a precursor to the alert that will precede the EMP on October 11th. Be ready. You heard it here first. So, and again, this video is on my backup channel, so go, if you want to watch it, go check it out. But there it is. All right, you know, more rumors and said speculation. All right, you know, again, we just have to wait and see. All right, but we know eventually. All right, that's the whole premises of this video. Again, you know, eventually this is going to go from rumor, all right, to us living it, right? I'm gonna get this in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 51 and verse 46. Unless your heart faint and you fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor. So, you know, that's the thing with, especially when it comes to our people, all right, you know, one rumor, you know, after another, right? Year after year, 1 year comes in and, you know, the year goes, right? And it just seems like nothing's happening, right? And that gets a lot of Jake caught up. It's a stumbling block for Jake, you know, because like it tells you in Peter, how they count the Lord for slack, you know, and since the fathers fell asleep, hey, everything has just been, you know, ain't nothing's happening. Roughly paraphrasing, you know, that's Jake's attitude. You know, y'all been talking about, y'all always talking about World War III, and y'all always, man, y'all been saying that, right? But again, because eventually we know the lights are going to get shut off in this bitch, all right? You know, it's going to be dark, all right? The Lord's going to unplug he's going to pull the plug from this place eventually, all right? Because reading on it says, in violence in the land, ruler against ruler. So, you see, eventually, it ain't going to be rumors anymore, all right? Because like the Apostle Tahar said, and he, ever since he made that statement, you know, it made me, it stuck with me, you know, about how, because I'm sure I can attest from many brothers, man, when back in 2020, when those lockdowns hit, hey, we thought that was it, you know, but the fact that we had to question it, you know, like, is this it? You know, is this it? Well, going back to the Apostle Tahar, the statement Apostle Tahar made a long time ago about how, hey, in that day, we're not going to have to question, all right, we're going to know. And Lord willing, we're at that number, we're going to be ready. You know, we're going to be ready. All right. Because violence is going to ensue, man. You know, again, all the Yahweh Shema Shai, he's moving everything into place. He's moving all the chess pieces, man. You know, the stage is being set. All right. The stage is being set, man. And this thing is getting ready to blow over. Eventually, it's going to happen. In our lifetime, this will happen. All right, this what happened. Let me get this in Jeremiah 18. And again, bear with me. I'm still under the weather. I'm dying out this bitch, but hey, we're being taught through the grace and mercy. How about Shimon Shah to say, the hell with this flesh, man. Fuck this flesh, Still got shit to do, man. Jeremiah 18. I'll start at verse 21. Yeah, Jeremiah 18-21. Therefore, deliver up their children to the famine, and pour out their blood by the force of the sword. And like it tells you in Ezekiel 21, how the sword is being sharpened. All right, it is being furbished. Slakia. Like it tells you in Ezekiel 21, how the sword is being sharpened. All right, is being made ready to be used. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, because hey, again, one of the many scriptures we quote a lot, brothers quote a lot. That Revelation 12:12. All right, eventually, this devil, man, because what he's doing at this point, like even with this government shutdown, they just averted, prolonged it another, what was it, 45 days, right? You see, because all you're doing is kicking the can down the road, man. But what people seem to realize, what they fail to realize is, eventually the road is going to come to an end. All right? Eventually, the road is going to come to an end. Because that's all Esau's doing. He's prolonging, he's just kicking the can down the street. But eventually, he's going to make his move. The Lord is going to finally allow him to make his move. And he's going to come down with that great wrath. All right? It's been no coincidence, all these years and whatnot, Esau, he's been sucking up the resources, buying up certain farmlands, and not even going to touch on that, just all these guys, I'm not going to mention no names, buying up farmland and just taking up all the resources, man, the food supply. And because when this shit hits the fan, hey, who are you going to have to go to? All right, like it tells you, Deuteronomy 28. All right, in needed and want of all things, we'd have to go to our enemies, and more specifically Esau, Edom, right? Because believe it or not, a lot of those curses, man. Yeah, we've been living them ever since we came over here on slave ships. All right, but a lot of those curses are really going to hit different. They're really going to play out, come the time to come. All right, during Jacob's trouble. All right. A lot of those curses are really gonna really play out even more so in that day, man. So again, in needing in one of all things, because again, Esau taking up all the resources, cutting off the supply chain, right? That way, hey, ultimately, if you want to eat, man, you're gonna have to get that MOTB, that insertable device. Eventually, that's what it's gonna come down to. So that's why Jeremiah 18-21 again. Therefore, deliver up their children to the famine. What comes to mind is a lot of these Evites, man. These women having all these different children by these different dudes or whatnot. Hey, a lot of these children, man, are going to be, left for food, man. They're going to be used as food. All right. Judgment, man, at the end of the day. That's how bad it's going to get, man. As some of us be saying, hey, death, this is going to be the new normal, man. This will be the new norm. It says, and pour out their blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives be bereaved of their children. Like the scriptures say, 2 Edges 5, mistress woman shall bring forth monsters, man. These little niggas, they got to get put down, man, like dogs, man. It says, and be widows, and let their men be put to death. Let their young men be slain by the sword in battle. You see, man, hey, a lot of death, a lot of bloodshed, a lot of uncertainty, which tells you that in the curses too. Deuteronomy 28 having no assurance of thy life. Well, that's the time we're coming into. All right, like I said, a lot of those curses are really going to be magnified even more come Jacob's trouble, such as one of them being not having no assurance of thy life, man, because it's going to be danger, trouble on all sides. All right, you know, it's going to be hell on all sides, man, and you're not going to know. It's just that feeling of not knowing, man. You know, because like the scriptures talk about a chase row. You know, these people they're going to be like a chase row. You ever seen a chase row? A deer come up to a waterbed, right? You know, you see how careful they are. You see, you know, at any little sound, any little movement, they're ready to dip. They're ready to go. You know, because hey, the animal world, it's a cruel, that's a cruel place to be. You know, the animal kingdom, it's a cruel world, man. But hey, you know, it is what it is. That's how these people are going to be. Every little sound, every little, you know, it's going to be who, what, you know, just terror, panic, fear on all sides. You see? But it says, let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. For they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet. Yeah, because, you know, pursuant to 2 Ezra 16, all right, you know, an insurrection is going to be made against the men of the Lord, because, you know, that's what Esau's goal is going to be. You know, one of his main goals is to try to come after the prophets. But things are going to get so chaotic, so hectic, that eventually it's going to get out of his control. You know, as brothers quote all the time, the order out of chaos. He causes the chaos, so that way it justifies him in bringing in the order. Well, things are going to get too chaotic for him, all right, because he's not in control. Again, the Lord is just using him, all right? He's just being used. But nevertheless, the troop, read it again, verse 22. Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. Hey, a lot of them are already here. You know, hey, real soon, man, it's going to be like some shit out of the Red Dawn movies, man. You know, just going to wake up and it's just going to be troops in the streets, parachuting at the skies, right? Doors getting kicked in, you know, like what the hell is going on? You know, what's going on? You know, there's going to be a lot of confusion, you know, death. People are going to get executed on spot. This is going to be all type of craziness, man. All type of craziness. But we sounded the trumpet, and hey, you know, the people, they refuse to make themselves ready to the battle. They refuse to, you know, get right with Yahweh Shema Shai and, you know, make amends with the Lord, because the wrath that's coming, all right, is going to be a time like never before. Thus saith the Lord, man. But, you know, I'm going to end it off there. Again, you can check the video out on my backup channels. Link will be in the description. Abba Ratazah, this was edifying, giving all praises to Yahweh Shai. Shalom to you. Hopefully, Lord willing, into the next one.